Amraha.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Amraha Rotary, and today I want to talk about something that we all are a part of, the future. Everyone imagines it differently. If you ask my 5-year-old brother, he sees robots and flying cars in the future. If you ask my other brother, he sees hovercrafts and holograms. Now, on the other hand, if you ask my parents, they probably see their empty wallets in the future because of all these new gadgets and gizmos. But for me, the future is one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And when I say all, I don't think of just one country. I think of all of humanity. For me, the ideal future would have peace and justice for every single person that lives on this earth. And I think the best possible way to make that happen is by overcoming ignorance. And that is the topic of my speech. To further discuss this issue, we can apply Rotary's 4-way test. Through this test, we can see how overcoming ignorance can not only make the present better, but can also help build a brighter future for generations to come. First, is it the truth? To determine if ignorance is present in today's society, all we have to do is just look at the world around us. In the past 6 months, we've seen so much violence and chaos, enough to make anybody lose faith and optimism. We've seen racism, extremism, violence, and hate killing our people from Ferguson to France. By now, I'm sure nearly everyone has heard about the tragic events that occurred in France early in January. Charlie Hebdo, a magazine known for its satirical cartoons, published an extremely controversial cartoon of Prophet Muhammad. In retribution, 2 extremists killed 12 people who worked for the magazine. Now, after these attacks, there's a backlash against Muslim people all over the world. These utterly unfortunate events occurred for one reason: ignorance. Ignorance of respect, ignorance of humanity, and most importantly, ignorance of the truth. Secondly, is it fair to all concerned? In the midst of this commotion, as a Muslim, I feel it is important for the world to hear my views. Maybe, just maybe, these chains of ignorance will slowly but surely be broken by my message and those who are willing to listen. I'm somebody who's all about free speech. That's what allows America to be such a successful country. But even within the US, free speech has its limits. This is not due to fear of violence or the government, but rather just out of respect for someone else. Basically, just because you can doesn't mean you should. The same can be said about the other party. What the extremists did was in no way right. It is never okay to take someone's life, no matter what the situation. This is people trying to further their own political agendas, hiding behind religion. This is an issue we should all be extremely concerned about because it is definitely unfair to everyone. This ignorance will only continue to fuel more hatred unless an effort is made to enlighten. And that leads perfectly to Rotary's third question. Will it build goodwill and better friendship? As Winston Churchill once said, an optimist sees an opportunity in every difficulty, and a pessimist sees a difficulty in every opportunity. As an optimist, I view these tragic events as the perfect opportunity to break these chains of ignorance and build bridges to understand each other. Even though we may read different holy books or call God by different names, inside, each and every one of us, we have one heart that can love. Through our love and unity, we can definitely break these chains of ignorance and build goodwill and better friendship. Lastly, will it be beneficial to all concerned? As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Love does not see color, races, or features. Love sees people. Where there is love, there is balance and harmony in the world. Where love is absent, there is hatred, fear, miscommunication, and jealousy. Look at the trouble spots in the world. Who could say that if love ruled there, the killing, the fighting, the hostilities would not stop immediately? Sometimes it is easier to clench a fist than to shake a hand, but we must remember that love is far stronger than hate. And in my opinion, hate and violence have no faith, no culture, no color of skin. But we can defeat them with our faith and unity. We must rely on each other to uphold peace and justice. When one part of the community aches, we should all stand up in solidarity. Through our understanding and unity, we can definitely defeat ignorance, and which would be beneficial to all concerned. In conclusion, I just want to say, if we want a better future, a future where everyone lives in tranquility, a future where everyone is treated equally, a future without ignorance, then we must all work together on the present with understanding. To make this change, I can't do this alone. Neither can you or you. But we, the people as a whole, can. Together, we can accomplish anything we desire. Thank you.
Thanks, Amraha.